All right, so here we go. Lenders right now are just freaking out. Why? Well, stick around. You're going to want to find out what's going on there. So, as usual, I want you to look down below. If you're watching this on social media, go over to the description, click on the link, and then you know what the heck I'm talking about when I say look down below at all the numbers, everything going on in the market right now. Check out the rates. We're just hanging out there. We're having some really good adjustments here, getting us down to those low sixes. Who knows where that's going to go once the Fed, they're talking about maybe one rate reduction, maybe two this year. Originally, they're talking three. Now they're kind of pulling that back. Maybe it's going to be two. So you're going to see how that affects our rates and what's going to happen. But what I want to talk about really is what's going on with the inventory level as well as what's going on with demand. So right now, and I'm reading like I always do with you. So most of the active listings, this is the most active listings we've really seen in 3 years. I mean, we are seeing more inventory come to the market, but still not enough for that, oh, the crash is coming type of attitude. We are seeing more inventory, but what's happening, if you look at the numbers all the way at the bottom there, I have that little graph I have, or the little logo thing or whatever you want to call it down there at the very bottom. It talks about median price, median time on market, all that type of stuff. And you'll see if you compare it to last week, you'll see that we had actually a bunch of homes sold, and the inventory, even though it ticked up, it's not ticking up as much as it should be because they are being stripped away, because we did have that end of summer surge kick in there. A bunch of buyers came in, grabbed a lot of those properties. Even more was coming on the market, but they were kind of gobbling those up. And they're getting a lot of those. Remember last week we talked about how they're getting a lot of those at a discounted rate, where those prices are coming down a little bit from the high prices that the sellers have put them at, and they're dropping and reducing, and then they're getting those homes. So I'm telling all my buyers right now, it's like, if you see a house you want, let's just make an offer on it. I mean, really, let's make an offer and kind of see where it goes, because let's say you're looking at Southern California. Let's say you're looking at a house at 1.2 million, and it's been sitting there for 30, 60 days. Maybe we're in the 1.1, 1.15 range. Let's put something in front of somebody and kind of see what's happening. So we are, like I said, seeing demand is slightly up. Some of that inventory is getting gobbled up. And so that's what's keeping the market going in Southern California. And it may keep us going right into these rate reductions that people are hoping for. Days in market, though, they are increasing. And then what's happening is, like I was saying, they are increasing. And then the sellers are doing that chasing the market down thing, where they have to drop the price. And some are doing little reductions here and there. And when the ones that are doing the bigger reductions and kind of like little shock and awe system, they're the ones getting multiple offers then after they're making that one bigger reduction, then bringing that price back up a little bit to where they're more comfortable selling their home. And so that's kind of controlling the market, not letting a bunch of big price drops happen, because they are coming back a little bit with possibly multiple offers on some of these properties, like I said. So a couple things I want to hit you with. Bank of America did a survey, and 75% of the people surveyed said they're waiting for prices to drop as well as interest rates to drop. Those two things don't happen at the same time. So if interest rates drop, like we already talked about, we don't have enough inventory and low demand to really bring prices down dramatically. But if interest rates drop, that's going to create more demand, and then prices are going to go up. So right now, I've been talking about this now for the last few weeks. We're in a sweet spot right now for buyers, to where if you get some offers in there, you may see some winning strategies there to get some homes, and get those off the market and to you, and get the keys in your hand. So that's one thing going on. The other thing is I'm talking to a lot of people right now. They're talking to lenders. Even my lenders are saying, get ready, it's coming. Because they're just getting those mortgage applications, and they're getting more and more interest from people that are kind of been waiting for a while. Maybe they haven't talked to these people in a year or 6 months, and now they're getting off the bench and like, hey, I want to get into this thing. I think this is about the time to happen. So you may see an explosion of demand coming here in this next month, and I predict probably the holidays will be as usual. It'll slow down for sure. There'll be a lot of opportunities out there on both sides, but it's going to slow down like it always is. And then next January, next February, it's going to be a feeding frenzy if these rates do take a dip. Okay, so if you have questions on any of these things or any of those numbers down below, or you need to be hooked up with a lender or title or escrow or whatever it is, or someone just reached out to me for a cleaning lady today, I got that too. So reach out if you need anything at all. If anything wasn't clear, you need more explanation, I'm here. You know what I always say, Agent B here to help when you're ready. I'll see ya.